What's up, freaks and geeks? This is Chris, you all know me, and today we are going to talk about the Game of Thrones video game. This will be a brief review of it. Also, we're going to have a new segment called Extra Life, where we're going to talk about something not necessarily in video games, it can be anything. Now, we're talking about the Game of Thrones video game, so of course we're going to talk about Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 9. Of course. Warning, there will be spoilers at the end. I will put a spoiler warning somewhere on the video right before when it says Extra Life. It will say spoiler warning, because we're going to talk about the end of that episode. Alright, let's get right into it with the Game of Thrones video game. Game of Thrones video game, you're playing as a crow, which if you don't know what a crow is, then you don't watch the show or read the books. So you're playing as a crow, and you're running around doing all these different missions and trying to protect Blackwater and the Black Castle and all that whatnot and what so. Now, the game mechanics are awful. The combat system is awful. It is a horrible combat system. Saying that, though, if you are a fan of the TV show, you will love the dialogue and all of everything about it. But the combat system made it so bad. It was just... We're in 2013, people. Come on. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We're in 2013, people. The combat system was god-awful. It was retarded. It was horrible. It was irritating. And the graphics weren't all that hot either. Let's be honest here. Again, 2013. But story-wise, the game is a lot of fun. All in all, if you're a fan of the show, the Game of Thrones is a fun game, but the combat system is so bad, so the game is just deny it if you're not a fan of the show. If you are a fan of the show, I would still say deny it, because it really is disappointing. So deny it, don't even buy it. Sorry, guys. Welcome to Extra Life, where, warning, this is a spoiler. A spoiler. Where if you have not seen Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 9, turn it off now. So, last night on Game of Thrones, we had a few deaths. Robb Stark is dead. Walder Frey killed Robb Stark, which I did not see coming. Let's be honest here. Who saw that coming? If you saw it coming, comments down below. You gotta be like, I saw it coming. And if you read the books, that doesn't count, because I know it was in the books. And the Red Wedding, which I was very sad. Robb Stark was one of my favorite characters, just like in Season 1, Ned Stark was one of my favorite characters, and when Joffrey killed him off, I didn't see that coming either. So they just keep taking me for a turn each and every time. Walder Frey, one of the best parts of that whole episode was when Robb's mom had the knife to his wife's throat and said, I'm gonna kill your wife unless you let my son go, and Walder Frey's like, you're gonna kill my wife? I'll marry again. They killed Robb Stark, and then they killed his mother. This really blew my mind, and you had Arya, who was so close, finally. She was so close to be reunited with her mother and her brother, but no, once again, she is screwed. The Hound saved her. The Hound saved her. It was nuts. I was so shocked, and I can't wait for next week's episode, personally. So, do me a favor, guys, like, favorite, subscribe, check out my other videos by clicking down below or in this little box, and I will see you tomorrow.